So in this video, I'm going to go through a client case study of how a financial advisor gets over 40 appointments each month with Facebook ads. So just to give you a quick overview of what we'll cover in the video, I'm going to first of all go through the problem that the client had. Then I'm going to go through the solution that we implemented to fix the problem, and then I'll share the results that he got. Now, like most of my case study videos, I will be putting the client's name and business private. And as a disclaimer, I'm not saying that if you follow the advice in this video, you will definitely get the same results. Results can definitely vary from client to client. All I'm going to do in this video is just show you what has worked for someone else, so that maybe there's a few things that you can take away to potentially help your business when you're generating leads and appointments. Now, if this is the first time that you've heard about us, just as a quick intro, we pretty much help business owners get 10 to 30 or more qualified sales appointments every single month. I've worked with hundreds of clients across both B2B and B2C industries. Most of our clients, over 80%, are in financial services and they are financial advisors. And this specific case study will be an example of a fee only financial advisor client that we have worked with. Now, in this video that you're watching right now, I have two goals. The two goals of this video are: number one, teach you something new that can help you with lead generation for you and your business, regardless of what industry you're in. So, whether you're a financial advisor or in another industry, hopefully there's something that you can take away and learn from and implement in your own business. And the second goal of this video, to be completely upfront with you, is to get you to consider working with us if you're not already a client. And if at any point in this video you are interested in working with us and getting us to do all of this for you. So, with that out of the way, let's get started with the problem that the client had. So, this client actually was already doing quite well. He was already generating appointments organically through YouTube. So, he had a very strong YouTube presence, but he didn't have a way to get appointments on demand. So, if you don't already know much about YouTube, YouTube is an excellent way to generate leads and appointments, but you can't control the lead flow. You can't control how many appointments you get each month. A lot of it just depends on the YouTube algorithm and how well your YouTube videos actually rank on search, or how well they get promoted by YouTube inside of the recommended feed. So this client, even though he was doing well with YouTube, he wanted a way to choose how many appointments he gets each month, but he wanted to do this without having to pay another company for leads. So in other words, he wanted to be in control of his own marketing system. So if he wants more appointments in 1 month, he can do that. If he wants fewer appointments, he can do that. He wants to pretty much choose and be in full control of how many appointments he gets every single month. So to solve this problem, here is what we did. First of all, we set up a marketing and sales funnel, which is designed to get appointments. So it's not just about creating a funnel to generate leads. You need a funnel that actually generates booked appointments on your calendar. He was on our done for you package. And just to go through the steps that we implemented to get everything up and running, I'm not going to go through everything in detail, but just to show you the main things that we did. The first thing was to create a video sales letter that is specifically designed to get people excited and to want to schedule a call in order to speak with him. Then we edited the video sales letter and made it look really good. Then we created the marketing and sales funnel. And I'll show you an example of what this looked like later on in this video. But this is basically the different landing pages that people will go to in order to go from a stranger to a lead and then into an appointment. Then we also created some follow-up emails so that any leads that didn't convert straight away, they would still be nurtured and followed up with, so that they could convert at some point later on down the line. And then once the whole thing is up and running, the last step would be to set up the lead generation channels. To do this for this particular client, we decided to focus on the paid channels, because if you want to get appointments on demand, then you have to use one of the paid channels. So, even though we can help clients with both generating leads and appointments organically, which are basically free and low cost ways to get appointments. If you want to get appointments much quicker and if you want to have more control over how many appointments you get, then the paid channels would definitely be the best way to do that. And if you're not sure which marketing channels work best, you can always schedule a call and we can learn a little bit more about your business to go through which ones would likely work best for you and your business. So going back to the presentation here, let's have a look at what the landing pages looked like. or in other words, what the funnel looked like that we created for this client. Now, I will need to blur some of it or block some of it due to privacy reasons, but this is the general layout of how it looked. And I'll go through some of the highlights so that if you are thinking of doing something similar, these are the kinds of things that you want to have on your landing page. So, whenever someone sees an ad, we take them to a page that looks like this. This is your opt in page. This is the page where people enter their name and email in order to watch a video, and that video goes through how you can solve a big painful problem that they have. Now, the reason we lead with a video is because if you just have an ad telling people to fill in a form, you then have to chase that lead to get an appointment. They don't actually book a call in your calendar, and you can spend or waste a lot of time chasing leads just to speak with them. The other problem is that most people that see an ad, they probably don't trust you yet. Just because they see one ad or a few ads doesn't mean that they are going to trust or like you yet. So, having a video is kind of like a trust building bridge from someone that doesn't know who you are to someone that actually knows who you are, and more importantly, they can see the value that you can actually provide and how you can help them. So that's why we use these landing pages in order to accomplish that. So on the first landing page that people see when they come from an ad, we have the logo at the top here, just so that they can see this is a real company and that it's been around for a while, and it's not just something that someone put together overnight. We then, for this particular client, had a headline which said free training for, and we mentioned specifically the niche that they were targeting. So this client did actually have a niche. They were targeting a specific type of person in their ads. Now, not all of our clients, in fact, most of our clients, I'd say, don't have a niche. But if you do, that's absolutely fine. And sometimes having a niche can work well. But the thing that's more important than a niche is solving a big painful problem that people have. So it doesn't matter if you have a niche or not, but if you don't solve a big painful problem that people have, then it's not going to work really well. So the big painful problem that we solve for people is what we talk about in the title. And this title talks about a specific tangible outcome that they can get, which would be appealing to the niche that they are targeting. And even if they don't have a niche, again, you want to solve a big problem that would be appealing to your target audience. And this is why a lot of clients decide to work with us. And it's one of the reasons why I am blocking what we actually say here, because I don't want to give away the secret of what are the messages and the things that we say in these headlines when we create these landing pages for ads. But if you are a client watching this, then I'm more than happy to show you some real life examples. You can just reach out to us at any time. But anyway, the point is you want to have a big painful problem that you solve. And then on the subtitle, you just usually want to add something that is going to build curiosity. So that's why in this subtitle, we said by making one simple change to your finances. The one simple change is what creates curiosity. Now, it doesn't have to be this. There are lots of other ways you could create curiosity. This is just one example. And the reason we want to create curiosity and we don't want to tell people exactly what the solution is just yet is because curiosity is one of the most powerful things you can do to get people to take action. And because we've also worked with a lot of clients before over the years, especially clients that were financial advisors, we already have a pretty good idea of what to say in the title and the subtitle and what to put on the landing pages and the video and things like that, which will be likely to convert well because it's worked for other clients in the past. So that on its own will save you potentially years of trial and error and potentially wasting thousands of dollars on advertising, testing different things to see what works best. So on the landing page, once we have the headline, we want to have the opt-in form or the form that people enter their name and email to get access to the video. We want to put that right at the top of the page. And a big mistake that I see people make is they put this form at the bottom of the page, and that is going to kill your conversions. So you definitely want to have the form above the fold or before people scroll down. Now, if they do scroll down, that might mean that they need a little bit more information to build trust first. But at the same time, we don't want to overwhelm them with too much information. If we give too much information, again, that can actually hurt conversions because we might accidentally give them a reason not to convert. So if we don't give them too much information, it creates more curiosity and there's a higher chance that they will convert. But what we did do to increase trust just a little bit more is, for this particular client, we did include a picture of them. We don't do this for every client, but I'll explain later on in this video why we did it for this client. And then the other thing that we did is just add a few bullet points which again create curiosity to get people more motivated and interested in learning more. So once someone enters their name and email, we've now generated a lead. But a lead is not the same thing as an appointment. So once they enter their name and email, they then go to the video page or the video sales letter page. This is the page where people can watch a short video that explains how you can actually help them. And it also explains why working with you is better than other alternative solutions that are out there. Now on the video page, again, if you have a title talking about how to solve a big problem that people have, and then they go to the video page, you want to make sure that the video or what you say on the video thumbnail is in alignment with what was on the opt-in page, because that's going to make sure that people think that they haven't just been clickbaited into clicking on something and now they're being shown something else. And also the second thing to keep in mind on this page is that we do include the video title inside of the video thumbnail. And again, this is to increase the amount of people that go to this page and actually click play. We also have a big play button here, again, just to make it really simple for people to know they actually have to click play on the video. You also notice there's no distractions. There's no navigation menu or anything like that. There's just two simple steps. Step 1, watch the video. Step 2, if you like what you hear, then you can fill out an application form and you can schedule a call. After they fill out the application form, they are then taken to a scheduling page which looks something like this. And then after they schedule a call, we send them to a call confirmation page. So on this call confirmation page, we again just have a picture of the client and we also say that your strategy call has been confirmed, and we tell them that they will also receive a calendar invitation via email, just so that they know that they need to go and check that. Now what's really important about this page, and sometimes people skip this page altogether, which is a big mistake, but what's really important about having a call confirmation page is you want to send your leads more information before the call. And that's why we have links to watch a video, and we also have links to visit their website and also check out their YouTube channel. And the reason we have all this is to help build up some trust before leads actually speak to the client. So for example, we have worked with some clients that don't have a website, and you can, believe it or not, get conversions without a website. We see this all the time. But all things being equal, if you do have a website, it's just going to build more trust. People can go to your website, check you out, see that you are a real business, or at least it looks like a real business, right? And then all things being equal, if you do have a website, that will help increase your conversion rate. So the more content you can give people, the better the conversion rate will be when you have these appointments with people. So that was the first solution that we did. We set up a marketing and sales funnel that was specifically designed to get appointments, as you just saw. The next part of the solution was to create ads, and more specifically to create Facebook ads. So for their Facebook ads, what we did is we tested 5 different videos. These were 30 to 60-second long videos with 5 different headlines and 5 different sales copy or sales text on each video. Now, just to give you some additional insight into how we structured the ad videos, it was very important that because this client had a niche, that we mention their niche in the beginning of the video, because we want people who are not in that niche to keep scrolling and to ignore the video, and we want people who are in that niche to stop, watch the video, and obviously convert. So if we mention their niche early on in the video, that is going to help the Facebook algorithm show the ad to the right people. So that's why 4 out of the 5 ads that we created for them specifically called out their niche in the first 3 seconds of the ad. And the fifth ad was the only one that we didn't mention in the first 3 seconds, because we were using a slightly different hook, but we did mention it in the first 8 seconds. So the point is, we mention who this is for specifically very quickly early on in the video. So you want to do the same thing if you are creating ads. You want to call out who this is for in the beginning of the ad. And even if it's not a video ad, you can still do this in the text and in the ad headline, and you can even do this in an image ad as well. But the point is, you want to make sure that the ad attracts specifically who your target audience is. Now, in this particular case with this client, we didn't actually test TikTok ads. We tried to, but because there were some issues with the payment not working properly, for some reason TikTok was declining their card and we weren't able to get that resolved. We just decided to only focus on Facebook ads alone. So I don't know what the TikTok ads results would have been like. My gut feeling is that I think Facebook ads would have likely still performed best for them based on their target audience. But obviously, until you test it, you just don't know for sure. So typically for most clients, we do actually test both just to see what works better for that client. But again, just to let you know, for this client, we only did Facebook ads. So now that we've gone through the problem and the solution that we implemented to fix this problem, let's go through the results. And it's worth mentioning that we actually got these results in just the first 30 days of launching their campaign. And it's worth mentioning this because some people can take years to get even a single appointment from a Facebook ad or from any other marketing channel. But because we've done this so many times, we already know what works and what doesn't work. So there's just a much higher chance, again, not a guarantee, but there is a much higher chance that it's going to work quicker when you launch a campaign for a client versus them going ahead and doing it on their own without any experience of knowing what to do or what not to do in order to get the best possible results. So their cost per lead in this case was $6.27, which is extremely good. And the average cost per lead for other clients is actually $20. So they're already performing really well from a cost per lead standpoint. However, the cost per lead isn't as important as their cost per booked appointment, because if you get lots of leads but no one actually books an appointment, it's still pointless. But fortunately, this client's cost per booked appointment was also very good, coming out at $37. However, just because someone books an appointment in your calendar doesn't always mean that they are going to show up. So, what's even more important than your cost per booked appointment is your cost per showed up appointment. So, this is how many appointments actually showed up, and their cost per showed up appointment was actually $68. So they did actually have about a 50% show up rate, which is quite low compared to other clients. However, their cost per appointment was also extremely low. So this just tells me that there is actually a little bit of room for improvement. So when you have a cost per appointment that is really low, what that likely means is that you can probably add more filters somewhere in the funnel. Potentially on either the opt-in page or the application form, to filter more people out so that you get less appointments and increase your cost per booked appointment. But because you added those extra filters, it means your show up rate will be higher, because it ultimately means that you're not going to waste time speaking to people that book a call and then just don't show up. So like all things in marketing, there's definitely room for improvement. But even if they did nothing else, a $68 cost per showed up appointment is still really good. And the average cost per appointment for other clients, just so you have a rough idea, is between $200 to $300. Now it can actually range anywhere from maybe like $30, $50 upwards to $1,000, just depending on exactly who it is that they're targeting. But the most common range is between $200 to $300 for someone that has on average $500,000 in investable assets, if they are a financial advisor looking to target pre-retirees or people already in retirement. And the more money someone has, usually the more expensive the cost per appointment is. So if you're targeting accredited investors, for example, the cost per appointment is typically $500 to $1,000. And usually it's closer to that $1,000 number. And that's simply because there's less people, and these people that you're targeting are more sought after. So there's more competition when targeting these people. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because these people, if they have more money, chances are you'll also be able to generate more revenue when you convert them into a client. So it kind of balances itself out. But with this particular client, as you can see, this was their cost per showed up appointment. Now, this client's budget was also $100 a day. So, based on their cost per appointment, they were getting about 44 appointments each month. But here's the beautiful thing about Facebook ads. Once you know your cost per appointment, you can decide how many appointments you want each month. So if their cost per appointment is $68 and they want 100 appointments, they just pay $68 times 100 appointments. So they pay $6,800 to get those 100 appointments. If you want more, you can pay more. And if you want less, you can pay less. So that means you can get as many appointments as you want on demand. And that is the beautiful thing about running paid ads. The only limitation is your availability to take the calls and also to deliver the work that the client would be paying you for. So sometimes it's not as simple as just spending more money and scaling up if you don't actually have the availability to do that. But you do at least have that option so that whenever you are ready to scale up, you can increase your budget and then get more appointments. And that's what makes paid advertising so appealing. Now, one last thing that I do want to say about this, because this client's cost per showed up appointment is definitely way better compared to the average for other clients. And I just wanted to share one reason why I think that is. And even though I can't prove this, but this is just based on what I've seen with other clients in a similar position to this client. But I think their cost per appointment was well above average because they had a strong YouTube presence. So this client actually has thousands of subscribers on YouTube. They have a very big presence. So I think when you have that strong presence on YouTube, when people see your ad on Facebook or any other channel, there's a good chance that they will actually recognize you from your YouTube videos. And because they like and watch your YouTube videos, there's a good chance that they will trust you compared to a random ad that they see from someone else that they have never seen before. So I think because this client had a strong YouTube presence, this also helped them lower their cost per appointment. And again, even though I can't prove this, the reason why I think this is the case is because we've seen the same thing happen with other clients that also have a strong YouTube presence. We often find that when clients start creating YouTube videos alongside their ads, they can actually lower their cost per appointment and get better results from their paid advertising. So that's just a side point that I thought I'd share just in case you ever want to potentially improve your cost per appointment as well. So if you like what you've seen so far and you would like us to help you with generating leads and appointments each month, all you need to do is just click the link in the description and watch the video. And at the end of that video, you can directly book a call. Thanks for watching. My name is Gopal Patel, CEO and founder of Screenwork Digital Media. I'll see you in the next video.